Hello and welcome back to another video, and we are in, well, just on the outskirts of Burton-on-Trent, 3 miles outside of Burton-on-Trent. We're here to look at development, a consortium development by David Wilson, Bovis and Countryside Properties. Oh yeah. Dracan Village is a new community of over 2,000 houses on the outskirts of Burton-on-Trent. In fact, Burton-on-Trent is just 3 miles away. And this site is being built on the site of the former power station, Drakelow Power Station. It was originally opened in 1955 and has been 3 power stations built on this site, and the last one was built in 1964. Before the power station, the land was owned by the Gresley family, and they built a beautiful hall known as Drakelow Hall. And unfortunately it was demolished to create the power station. A couple of relics still survive from the original Drakelow Hall, and one is a beautiful sunken garden and the other is a stable and servants' block. They are later to be converted into dwellings. Work started on Dracan Village in March 2022 after an extensive regeneration of the power station land. Eventually there will be 2,046 houses on this site. 200 are going to be developed by David Wilson Homes, 241 by Countryside Properties, and Bovis Homes are committing to 78 different plots on their development, which will be called Riverside. Simple Life, they are providing 195 rental houses. This is on phase 1 alone. Midland Heart are providing 400 rented houses as well. Phase 1 will consist of 1,036 houses. Eventually, when the development will be complete, there will be a primary school, retail unit and a beautiful wetland area. Hello and welcome to another episode, and we are here at Drakelow, and Drakelow is the site of what was once a power station. And this was Drakelow Power Station. Now there's a new village being built here, a huge new village called Dracan Village. And the developers here are David Wilson, Bovis Homes, and the lead developer is Countryside Properties. Let's go and take a look around. This site is around about a quarter complete. It is nowhere near complete, depending on considering what they've got to build here. But it looks a really nice development. So let's go and have a little drive around. Hey up. Well, we are here at the main entrance into the development, and you can see that they're just still working on the roundabouts as it is, but you can see all of the signboards very crowded there. And then it opens up into this sort of crescent here, which Countryside Properties are demanding the presence here. You can see that their show homes are over there to the left hand side, but coming in you've got those beautiful sort of Cheshire rail type fences, and you've got the bigger houses around the outside. As we come into the development, you can start to see we've got a real good mix here of house types, and those, you've got the white windows on the one side and the graphite windows on the other, which provide a good mix. Now it's very difficult to work out which are the rented houses and which aren't, because Simple Life, they are part of Countryside. They are building a lot of rental properties on here, so it's difficult to know what's what. But the street scene, it seems really nice. You've got a lot of planting. There's these informal green spaces in between it here, but actually some of the gardens have got, you know, they've got a good sized front garden, but there's some nice house types here, but predominantly you can see these are the smaller ones, so they could be the rented ones. So here's some of Countryside sort of staple family houses here, some 3 and 4 bedrooms, but I love that sort of brick banding that they've got on there, and that render, it really does make it nice. And let's be honest, the landscaping is always top notch for Countryside, and you can see there's trees pretty much up this avenue, and that is their thing really. So right in front of us we can see on the other side of the road, we can see those big unmistakable David Wilson houses there. And this is we're back on that main road, so we've got the countryside houses on the left and the David Wilson properties on the right hand side. Now as we're coming up the main road here, we're coming out of the development into the widest bit that hasn't been developed yet, and down over to the right is the Drakelow Hall sunken garden, which will be integrated into the development, but all to the right is David Wilson Homes, and then we're coming up to this other part of countryside properties up here, and you can sort of see all of this is reclaimed brownfield lands that they've managed to transform. But we're back out now. You can see the tree line over the back there. That is where the river is, the River Trent. So that's really nice to have that right on your doorstep as well. So there's a lot. It's got a lot going for it. This has. So on our left-hand side now, we have Dracan Park by David Wilson Homes. And you can see it's a sizable development. There's quite a bit here, and it features David Wilson's standardised house types. So they've gone for the elegant sort of look along here of this road, but then as we turn left in a minute, you'll start to see they've gone for the graphite windows there to give it a sort of different feel altogether. But they've decided obviously to build right along the road, and it's the same on this is the main road in, but again you've got these beautiful trees here, look, that are all just dotted on these little lollipop trees here. There's David Wilson's show homes to the left hand side, and then we're coming into the development here, so you can see these graphite style windows here, and then that sort of red tiled roof. They look quite striking with that odd rendered house there with the Meriden house type there. But as we come up, you can see they're quite nice. I really like these, and it's, you know, they've thrown in a couple of the white windowed properties there, but this is what I give you in with We Love New Homes is I tend to like to go on the estate and have a look at where they're building and stuff like that, but gives you an idea of how tidy they are as builders as well. But coming out, you can see you've got those house types onto the right hand side, and David Wilson has started building a lot more family homes with integral garages, which is really, really good. You can see the show home there, look at that big one. Now we're going to cross over here and we're going to go back into countryside again, and you can see two big houses on either side of this street. The sky is beautiful, don't you think? Really good day when we did this. But you can see now we've got a completed section here. We've got, these must be the rented houses, but we have got a scattering of sort of bigger houses on the right hand side. That looks like an apartment, that house there, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like. But as we come round, I would imagine these are the rental houses, these are, almost definitely. But you know, we're coming down, it's a nice street, isn't it? It's finished nice, it's quite wide, but look at the elevational treatments that we've got going on. We've got a bit of timber boarding here and there. So this is where on the master plan the development ends. So all of the ground to the right hand side of us here, all of that is originally the where the power station was, and you can see over the far side there, you can see there's a big switchboard building that will unfortunately be left, and the pylons will. Unfortunately, that's one of those things about developing power station sites, is the switchboard, the switchgear is always going to stay there. So that massive building will just be left there. But hopefully that will be landscaped, and I think they're going to be more industrial commercial units on that left hand side. But as we come round, this sort of skirts the development here. We've got again some really nice sort of half rendered houses on the right hand side here. But we're coming round now into what we call one of the main parks here. And as we come around the corner, you can see here the open space here. So there's this little bit of open space here, which is to the left hand side, a couple of nice bigger houses there, those beautiful rendered ones. And as we come around, you can see one of the main parks in the centre here. What a gorgeous little community space that will be. You can see there's benches in there, lots and lots of planting, but you can see there's a mix of house types here. We've got some of the larger house types within the range. There's nothing here that is oversized, like huge 5-bedroom houses or anything, but that green is nice, and we'll have another look at that on our way back out. But you're just coming into a little bit of section where they're building now. I think they're laying the turf, but it looks really good. I do like those graphite windows, and that's that lovely house type on the right there. Always reminds me of a red row house type. I think it's called their version of it. I think it may have been called the Henley. Anyway, you can see now that beautiful park on the right. I mean, isn't that just lovely? I mean, that whole community is built around that park, and that shows the great master planning by the architects at Countryside. So let's talk to you about Countryside, the company behind the master plan of this village. Now, they are no stranger to designer villages. Bicester Village is one of theirs, and many others. They have been a privately owned house builder for a long time, since the late 70s, and a few years ago they were sold to the Vistry Group, which consists of Bovis Homes and Linden Homes, so it's now part of that kind of family now. Well, kind of only recently that's happened. So it enables them on this development to develop with Bovis, so that's why the Vistry Group have got Bovis potentially building on this site, which they have bought land, 78 plots, and maybe we might see Linden Homes at some point. On big developments like this, developers have to give, you know, a fair parcels of land to different developers, but absolutely, what a lovely development this is, and it is an up and coming. Remember, it's only a quarter completed, just a quarter, so that's a big site coming up. Over 2,000, I think it's 2,085 homes here. Lots of features. You've got there's a lovely wetland park, lots and lots coming on here. A real sort of community. Only the way Countryside design their villages, you can see it almost looks like a garden village. It's so green. And this here, look at the entrance. This is back to the entrance of the development. You can see got this lovely crescent of houses, which is, you know, I think it's almost like showing off all of the different house types on this development. But great link. You're not too far away from Burton-upon-Trent, 3 miles away. You are looking at a lovely development here, and I really like it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and this amazing look around Dracan Village. It is a huge new development, and it's worth coming down and taking a look at the show homes. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, so as soon as a new video comes out, you'll be able to have a look at it. But also, if you use the playlist function, and you can actually look at housing developments in the area that you're looking at, just go to playlist, have a look at your particular area, and then you'll see some of the tools. So, and I will keep everybody updated on all of the developments as they go, as they sort of mature, and also a final completed video as well. So thank you for watching. We love new homes. Don't forget to go to the Facebook page and the Facebook group where you can get some behind the scenes stuff. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.